Hello everybody, welcome back. Are you ready? E aí, vocês estão prontos? Sim? Gente, antes da gente começar, eu queria pedir para vocês me dar um feedback, tá? Se vocês estão ouvindo, se o som tá direitinho, se eu preciso falar mais alto, tá bom? Deixa um joinha aqui, um ok, para eu saber que o som está bom e que vocês estão conseguindo me ouvir direitinho, tá? Welcome back, guys! Very happy to be here again. Muito bom estar aqui com vocês de novo. Mas antes da gente começar mesmo a aula para valer, eu queria alinhar algumas coisinhas para vocês, tá? Então, na semana passada, eu passei algumas tarefas para vocês, lembram? Pedi para vocês fazerem 2 textinhos do livro Write Your Mind, da Unit 1 and Unit 2, ok? Quem ainda não fez, não deixa acumular. Entrega para o teacher, tá? Manda para o teacher aí entre hoje e amanhã, porque hoje eu vou passar mais algumas tarefas para vocês. Então, se deixar acumular, vocês não vão dar conta de fazer. Lembrando que essas atividades, elas vão compor 20% da nota de vocês, tá? Então, é importante que vocês façam, que vocês participem, que vocês estejam aqui comigo. Combinado? Então, assim, quem não mandou, manda, tá? Sorry. Outra coisa, pedir para vocês não esquecerem de curtir o vídeo, né? E tirar uma foto e postar e marcar as nossas redes sociais no Instagram, @Iazes de Londrina ou @Iazes de _presidente prudente. Iazes de _prudente, tá? Então, tira uma foto enquanto a gente está aqui conversando, posta lá que a gente quer ver vocês estudando na quarentena, né, em casa e praticando bastante inglês, ok? That is very, very important, ok? E para vocês continuarem interagindo comigo aqui no comentário, alright? Great! So guys, today we are going to talk a little bit about co-working, okay? So, I have a question for you. You are going to start Unit 3, okay? So, do you work? What do you do? Answer on the comment. Escreve aqui no comentário. If you work or not, and what do you do? What's your profession? Okay? So, write it down. 30 seconds for you. 30 segundinhos para vocês, ok? 30 seconds for you to write. Okay? So, what do you do? Do you work? If yes, what do you do? Or if you just study. Okay? Good. I have another question for you guys. Where do you work? Where do you work? Okay? Where do you work? What is the name of your company? Okay? For example, I am a teacher. I work at Yazigi. And you? What do you do? Where do you work? Okay? 30 seconds. Write it down here. Escreve aqui embaixo. Okay? If you are a student, you say that you're a student and where do you study? Okay? Talking about working, do you know what outsourcing and remote working are? Do you know what these two terms are? They're related to work, but do you know the difference between them? Yes or no? I will give you 1 minute to spot the difference. 1 minutinho para vocês escreverem a diferença aqui de outsourcing and remote working, okay? 1 minute for you to write it here, okay? So everybody has to write, okay? Todo mundo escreve, para todo mundo responder. Okay? 1 minute. Do you know the difference? Vocês sabem a diferença? Outsourcing and remote working? Okay, so Outsourcing. Outsourcing is when a company hires another company to provide them a service, okay? For example, Yazigi hired me to teach. So the company hired me, a person, okay? Outsourcing is when a company hires another company to provide a service. For example, Tata, Atos, okay? So Tata works with outsourcing and Atos as well, okay? So they work differently, okay? Ok, so who works at Atos? O Paulo trabalha na Atos, né? He knows. And remote working is what I'm doing right now, okay? So it's when a person works from a place that is not the company, okay? For example, I am working from home. So I work at Yazigi, but right now I'm working, but I'm not at Yazigi. I am at home. I am in my house, okay? For example, you work to a big company, but then you are in São Paulo, but the company is in Londrina. You work remotely, okay? So outsourcing, a company that hires another company to provide a service. Remote working is when you work from a place that is not the company, okay? You work from your house, you work from a different place, ok? Any questions? Ficou clara a diferença de outsourcing and remote working? Ok? Então, o Paulo arrasou nas duas, alright? So, talking about working, okay, the workplace, sometimes when you work in an office, okay, in your job, you receive orders or a request. Sometimes you have to make an offer. Sometimes you give or receive an advice, okay? So, do you know how to report an order, a request, an offer, or an advice? Yes or no? Vocês sabem como reportar isso? For example, your boss asks you to do something, ok? Então, seu chefe te pede uma coisa. Como que você conta para um outro coworker o que você tem que fazer? Do you know how to do it? Yes or no? Okay? For example, an order. You need to hand in the report tomorrow. That's an order, okay? You need to hand in the report tomorrow. We have an offer. Could I help you with anything? Could I help you with anything? It's an offer, okay? And advice. I believe you shouldn't take such long breaks. I believe you shouldn't take such good breaks, okay? So, how would you report these sentences? Como que vocês reportariam? Contariam para uma outra pessoa essas frases, ok? I will give you 1 minute to write on the comments. Vou dar 1 minutinho para vocês escreverem nos comentários, ok? Então, você vai reportar the order, the offer, and the advice, ok? How would you report it? Como que vocês contariam para uma outra pessoa que você tem que entregar o relatório amanhã, que alguém te ofereceu ajuda ou que alguém te aconselhou a não fazer breaks tão longos, ok? 1 minute. Write on the comments, ok? Count the time. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Go! Minutinho para vocês. is fever. Okay? Can you check? Can you see if you got it right? Yes? So, to request an order, I can say, he asked me to hand in the report tomorrow. He asked me to hand in the report tomorrow. Okay? So we can say, he asked me. Okay? The offer. How can we report an offer? Let's check. She offered me, or she offered to help me with anything. She offered to help me with anything. Okay? And to report an advice, he warned me not to take such long breaks. Okay, he warned me not to take such long breaks. Okay? Remember that you had studied reported speech on Maker Point 1, I guess, that we can use say or told, say or tell to report, okay? But here we have other ways, other words that we can use. So I can say that he asked, she offered, he warned me to do or not to do something, okay? So, take a look at these examples. We have 4 examples from your books, okay? Let me see the page on your books. Page 33, ok? Lá na página 33 aqui, ó. This exercise, okay? We have 4 sentences, okay? So, A. Well, last week, Emily warned me to get ready for some big news. Okay? B. The new CEO ordered her to amend one of the key working policies. C. Kate over at Well Bank offered to recommend me to her boss there. And D. Emily advised me to get there earlier tomorrow. Okay? What you have to do? You have to see which sentence is reporting an advice, which sentence is reporting a request, and which sentence is reporting an offer. Okay? And put the letters on the comments. Ok? Coloca a letra aqui embaixo, a sequência da letra. Então, por exemplo, faz A, B, C, D. A, C, B, D. Ok? Coloca a sequência aí. Vou dar 30 segundos para vocês colocarem a sequência. Ok? Okay, so Lu, you can say, for example, Dri asked to hand in the text Saturday. Okay, Dri asked to hand in the report on Saturday. Okay, so I'm waiting for your answers. Tô esperando as respostas aqui pra gente checar. And then you can complete on your books. Okay? Alright, from all of them, de todas, okay? So, report and advise. We have A and we have D, okay? A and D. When you want to report and advise, instead of saying, oh, fulano told me I should, I can say, Emily warned me to get ready for some big news, okay? She warned me, or she advised me to, okay? So I can use warned to and advised to to report an advice. Good? Request. B. When you have a request or when you want to report an order, we use ordered. So, the CEO ordered her to amend one of the key working policies. Okay? Sorry. Okay, so we use offered. Okay? Offered. Offered to do something. Okay? We can use offered or asked. Ok? Quando for uma ordem, request, a gente pode usar ordered or asked. Ok? To report an offer, we use C, offered. So, Kate over at Well Bank offered to recommend me to her boss. Ok? So, we have new ways to report something. Ok? Então, a gente tem uma outra maneira de reportar uma ordem, um conselho, uma oferta. Ok? So, I can use advice, warned, asked, offered, and ordered. Okay? So now, take a look on the underline on the verbs. Okay? What happens after the verb? O que acontece com o verbo depois de warned, ordered, offered, advised, and asked? What happens with the verb? Okay? So, here we have infinitive. Okay? So, he warned me to do something. He ordered me to do something. Okay? He offered to do something. He advised to do something. Okay? We need to use infinitive. Alright? Okay, so now think about an order or a request or an advice that you received last week. Ok? Pensa aí numa ordem, num pedido, num conselho, numa oferta que vocês receberam semana passada e escreve aqui no comentário. Ok? Escreve aqui no comentário. For example, I can say that Renata asked me to work from home. Renata asked me to work from home. Okay? This is my example. Okay? So write down your example. Escreve o exemplo de vocês. Okay? So I'm going to write here. Okay, 1 minute for you to write your example. So in my case, I can say that Renata asked me to work from home. Okay, this is my example. Don't copy. You have to create your example. Okay, 1 minute for you to do it. Okay, 1 minute for you to write down. Okay? All right, so I have one. Okay, teacher advised you to do your homework. Good. Who else? Okay. So then, Lu is just to troco to do lugar. So, I advise my friend not to travel. Okay? Okay, so my friends asked me not to go. Okay? In the negative, we use he advised me not to do. Not to do. Not to go. Not to travel. Okay with that? Requests? Yes? Very good. Good examples. So guys, do you know how can we change verbs into nouns? Do you know how can we change verbs into nouns? For example, when I want to change a verb into a noun, I just have to add a suffix into the verb. For example, teach is the action, is the verb, to teach. Teacher is the noun. Teacher is the person who teaches. If I add er, I change into a noun. Work, verb. Worker, noun. Okay? Here we have 5 suffixes. E, in, all, meant, E, in, all, meant, okay? If we add these suffixes into a verb, we change them into a noun, okay? So here we have some verbs, okay? Employ. Do you know the verb employ? Employ means to hire someone, okay? For example, Yazigi employed me. Yazigi hired me to work, okay? Employ. Dismiss is the opposite, okay? So when you're dismissed, você está dispensado. You are dismissed, okay? To agree with someone, to have the same idea. To press, do you know the verb press? So to press something. Collaborate, it's the same as to help. Fail, it's when you are not approved. When you don't do well, you fail. Você falha, okay? To approve, to say yes, okay? To approve, aprovar. To train, treinar. Retire, do you know retire? It's when you are like old and you stop working. You don't need to work anymore. So you have worked for 60 years. No, not 6. You have worked for 40 years and then you don't need to work anymore. Then you retire. Okay? Aposentar. And to discuss. Okay? To discuss. Okay? Isso lá. Advise not to travel. Põe o to depois do not. Ok? Só colocar o to depois do not. Alright? Okay, so now we are going to play a game. Okay? We are going to play a little game. I'm going to show you the verbs and you have to add the suffix to form another word. Okay? The verbs are on page 35. Todos esses verbos estão na página 35, okay? And we are going to play a game related to that, okay? So, for example, I'm going to show you a verb and you have to see which suffix you are going to use to form another word, okay? For example, no, I'm not gonna give you an example because I don't want to give you the answer, ok? Vocês só vão ver qual sufixo vocês vão colocar e escrever. Ah, eu acho que com dismiss é I, então eu vou colocar dismiss I. Just that, ok? Are you ready to play? Alright? So, we have the verbs here. You have to see if you're going to add I, Ian, all, meant, or okay? So let's go. To fail. To fail. How can we change fail to a noun? Okay? What is the suffix? You're going to use I, in, all, meant, or okay? With to fail. 30 seconds, go! 30 segundinhos para vocês escreverem aqui nos comentários. You can guess, ok? Pode chutar, não tem problema se errar, ok? So 30 seconds, go! Ok? Second verb. To employ. To employ. How can you change employ into a noun? Okay? To employ. 30 seconds. Go. Let's see. I'm following you on the comments, okay? Good. Next one. To discuss. To discuss. How can you change discuss into a noun? Okay? 30 seconds. Go. Okay, next one. To press. To press. How can you change to press to a noun? Okay? 30 seconds. Go. Okay, next one. Train. To train. What is the... How can we change to train into a noun? Okay? 30 seconds. Go. How can you change train into a noun? Okay. Great. Next one. Oh, sorry. It's dismiss. Okay? Dismiss, not dismiss. Não é dismiss, tá? É dismiss. Sorry. Dismiss. How can you change to dismiss into a noun? Okay? Dismiss, not dismiss. Let's see if I can arrange that. No. Okay? Next one. Retire. To retire. Okay? Retire. How can you change retire to a noun? Okay? 30 seconds. Go. Okay? Great. Collaborate. To collaborate. How can you change collaborate into a noun? Okay? How can you change to collaborate into a noun? Okay? 30 seconds for you. Go. You are doing good on the comments. But we are going to check together, okay? Alright, next one. We are almost finishing. Approve. To approve. How can we change to approve into a noun? Okay? How can we change to approve into a noun? Okay? 30 seconds. Go. To approve. How can you change it to a noun? Okay? Good? last one. Agree. To agree. How can you change to agree into a noun? Okay? How can you change to agree into a noun? 30 seconds. Let's see if you can change it, okay? All right. Okay, so now let's check together, okay? Pay attention to your answers. Let's check together and then we can write on your books, okay? You can complete your books. Okay, are you ready? Employ, employee, okay? To employ, employee. So, employ is the action, employee is the person who was employed, the person who was hired, okay? So, employ, employee. I saw some employment. It's correct as well, okay? Employment is okay. We can use employee and employment, okay? So we have trainee, okay? Trainee, to train, trainee, okay? So to train someone is the action, and the person who is trained, it's called a trainee, who receives the action, okay? With Ian, let's see the verbs that we add Ian, okay? Collaboration, so to collaborate, collaboration, okay? And discussion, to discuss, discussion, okay? So when we add Ian into a verb, you give the name of it. For example, when you collaborate, you have collaboration. When you discuss, you have a discussion, okay? Is the name that we give for that action, okay? With all, dismiss, dismissal, dismiss, dismissal, okay? Approve, approval, approve, approval, okay? So when you dismiss someone, we call this action the dismissal. When you approve someone, we call it approval, okay? With meant, we have agreement, agreement, retirement, retirement, okay? So when you agree with someone, you have an agreement. When you retire, then you are in your retirement, in this period of your life, okay? And with we have failure. So to fail, failure. So when you fail, you have a failure, okay? And pressure. So when someone pressures you, you feel the pressure, okay? So when we want to change verbs into nouns, we can add ian, all, meant, and into the verbs to change it, okay? We can change them into the person who suffers the action, or when you want to give the name of that action, okay? All right? Good. So, talking about verbs and nouns, do you know what these phrasal verbs mean? What do these phrasal verbs mean? We have fall through, take on, talk over, and lay off. I'm going to give you a tip, okay? Vou dar uma dica para vocês. They have synonyms, the previous verbs. We have 4 of them. There are synonyms of these phrasal verbs, okay? So in the previous slide, so these verbs here, okay? 4 of these verbs are synonyms of these phrasal verbs, okay? What you have to do, you have to write on the comment. So, fall through is the same as which verb? Take on is the same as, talk over is the same as, and lay off is the same as ta-na-na, okay? I'll give you 1 minute for you to write the synonyms, okay? You don't need to write both. Não precisa escrever o phrasal verb e o sinônimo. Just the synonyms, okay? In order, alright? 1 minute for you to write down the synonyms, okay? And they are all on page 35 from your books. Okay? 1 minute. Let's go. Okay? Can we check? Alright, so check with me. Corrijam aqui comigo. Vamos ver se vocês vão acertar os 4. Okay? So, fall through. Fall through is the same as fail. Okay? So, fall through is the same as to fail. Okay? So, when you fail an exam, you can say that you fell through the exam. Okay? To take on, employ is the same as to employ. Okay? So, I took on Yazigi. Okay? Alright? So, Yazigi took me on. Okay? They employed me. I was taken on by Yazigi. Okay? I was employed. Talk over means to discuss. Okay? To discuss something. So, let's discuss about phrasal verbs. Let's talk over phrasal verbs. Okay? So, talk over, discuss. And lay off is the same as to dismiss. Okay? The same as to fire someone. Okay? When someone is laid off, it means that the person lost her job. Okay? So when you are dismissed, it means that you lost your job. You don't work at that company anymore. Okay? Questions? Okay? So we have fall through, okay? Take on, talk over, and laid off. Okay, so has any of those things ever happened to you? So, have you ever fallen through something? Have you ever taken on someone? Okay, have you ever talked over something? Have you ever been laid off? Okay, so write it down. What has happened to you? Okay, which of these things happened? Okay, in my case, I have been taken on. I have never been laid off. I've never been laid off. And I have never fallen through an exam. Just when I was taking my driver's license. Okay? What about you? Share here with us. Share here with me. What has happened to you? Okay? 30 seconds for you to write down. 30 segundinhos para vocês escreverem aqui. Okay? What has happened to you? Alright? Okay, very good. It's important to practice and complete page 35, okay? Alright, so guys, another thing that I would like to talk to you is expectation versus reality. Have you been through that a lot? So my life is it's always expectation versus reality, okay? Sometimes when I want to cook something, I have a picture on my head, or when I'm trying to create something or preparing something, it's always expectation versus reality, okay? So when we talk about an expectation, something that I planned, okay, I had a plan, I wanted it to happen, but for any reason it didn't happen, I can use was supposed to or was meant to, okay? I have these two expressions, all right? For example, take a look at these examples. It was supposed to be fun. When I say that something was supposed to be fun, it means that it wasn't. I didn't have fun. I expected to have fun, but I didn't, okay? Or, the next example, we were meant to spend the day working by the beach, okay? So when we say that we were meant to spend the day working by the beach, it means that it didn't happen. We didn't work by the beach. We worked in the office, okay? Inside the office, not by the beach. It was supposed to rain. It wasn't supposed to rain the whole time. Wasn't supposed to rain the whole time. It means that it didn't. It did. It rained the whole time. Okay? Or he wasn't meant to spend all day in the hotel. He wasn't meant to spend the whole day in the hotel. When I say that he wasn't meant to do that, it means that he did. So when you want to express something that you expected, you had an expectation, but for any reason it was different, we can say that it was or wasn't supposed to, or it was or wasn't meant to, okay? We have these two ways to express this expectation versus reality, okay? So, guys, before we move on, eu quero fazer com vocês uma chamada, tá? Pra gente saber quem tá aqui, como que a gente vai conseguir cuidar de vocês, tá bom? Então, vou parar aqui um pouquinho para vocês escreverem o nome de vocês e a cidade, tá? Então, se é de Londrina ou se é de Presidente Prudente ou de Álvares Machado, ok? So, escreve o nome e a cidade. For example, Adriana, Londrina. Adriana, Prudente. Adriana, Álvares Machado, ok? Então, escreve aqui. Vou esperar um minutinho para vocês escreverem antes da gente move on, ok? Então, deixa eu responder aqui. Ok? Então, vou esperar aqui para vocês verem a chamada. É importante para a gente saber que vocês estão aqui participando com a gente, ok? Great! So, moving on, continuing talking about expectation versus reality, okay? This is on page 37, tá na página 37, okay? So, here we have some expectations, okay? And what I want you to do is to write on the comments the reality, okay? What happened in the reality, okay? For example, expectation. Your expectation was not working from 9 to 5 p.m. Okay? What was the reality? Okay? So you can answer using it was supposed to or it was meant to. Okay? Let's do the first one together. Okay? So here I have the expectation, not work from 9 to 5. So I can say, I wasn't supposed to work from 9 to 5. Or, I wasn't meant to work from 9 to 5. Okay? You are going to write on the comments your expectation. Okay? So, the first one we did together. It's already done. Let's do the second one. We have spend all day on the beach. Spend all day on the beach. Write down your expectation, ok? I'll give you 30 seconds. 30 segundinhos para vocês escreverem aqui, ok? E aí, quem ainda não postou foto no Insta, marcou a escola, aproveita para postar agora, tá? Faz lá um stories falando que vocês estão aqui com a gente, conosco, ok? Alright? So we could say, I was meant to spend all day on the beach. I was supposed to spend all day on the beach. Okay? Alright. Third one, access fast internet connection. Access fast internet connection. Right here, ok? Write it down the comment, the expectation. Escreve aqui. With supposed to be supposed to, or to be meant to. Escreve aqui. Access fast internet connection, ok? I'll give you 30 seconds, 30 segundinhos, ok? Para quem não tem Insta, pode postar no Facebook e marcar o Yasi de Londrina, não tem problema. Nos stories do Face dá certo também. Ok? Good. So I can say that I was supposed to access fast internet connection. Or I wasn't supposed to, I was meant to access fast internet connection. Okay? Next one, make lots of friends. Make lots of friends. Write it down your expectation. Escreve a expectativa aqui. Using supposed to or meant to. Okay? Write it down. Escreve aqui. Make lots of new friends. Make lots of new friends. Okay? Alright? Good. So, I was meant to make lots of new friends. Or, I was supposed to make lots of new friends. Okay? Next one. Take lots of mini vacations. Take lots of mini vacations. Take lots of mini vacations. Okay? Tell me what was your expectation. Okay? Using supposed to, meant to. Okay? Everybody, para todo mundo escrever nos comentários, hein, gente? Tô vendo só o Paulo comentando aqui. Alright? Okay, I was meant to take lots of mini vacations. I was supposed to take lots of mini vacations. Alright? Okay, travel every weekend. So you expected to travel every weekend. Write it down your expectation, okay? with supposed to or meant to, okay? Meant, okay. All right, so I can say we were meant to travel every weekend. We were supposed to travel every weekend, okay? And the last one, go to a new country every 2 weeks. So you're expected to go to a new country every 2 weeks. It's a high expectation, right? It's a good expectation, actually, okay? 30 seconds for you to write it down. So with was supposed to, was meant to. Okay? All right? 30 seconds on the clock. Go. Okay? So I can say, I was supposed to go to a new country every 2 weeks, or I was supposed to go to a new country every 2 weeks. Okay? So we use was or were supposed to, or was were meant to talk about things that didn't happen, but we expected them to. Okay? I expected, I wanted, I planned it to happen, but it didn't for any reason. Okay? So we use these expressions to talk about things that did not happen. Okay? So now tell me, write two things that were supposed to happen and why they didn't. Okay? Two things, two expectations that you had and why it didn't happen. Okay? I'll give you 1 minute to do it. 1 minutinho para vocês escreverem. Duas coisas que vocês esperavam e não aconteceram, por quê? Okay? 2 minutes for you to do that. I'm going to write my example here as well. Okay? So, I was supposed to be alone this week, but my sister came back home. Okay? So this is my example. All right, so you can write your example there. Follow my example, okay? So, I was supposed to be alone this week, but my sister came back home, okay? So, write yours too, okay? All right? Many plans ruined because of the virus, right? The pandemic, said. Okay? So, if you want to express a expectation, a plan that didn't happen, use I was supposed to. Okay? So, I was meant to go to Backstreet Boys concert 2 weeks ago, but it was postponed because of the coronavirus. Sad and true. Okay? Alright, so guys, just to wrap it up, okay? I'm going to ask you, okay? And you write yes, no, so, okay? You write yes if you understand, no if you have doubts, if you don't understand anything at all, and so if you still need to review that, okay? So, can you spot the the difference between outsourcing and remote working? Yes? No? So. Okay? Can you spot the difference between outsourcing and remote working? Can you say the difference? Can you identify the difference between outsourcing and remote working? Okay? Yes? No? So. Can you report an order and an offer and an advice? Not using say and tell. Okay? Yes? No? So. Can you change verbs into nouns by add a suffix? Yes? No? So. Okay? Yes? No? Or so. Okay? Can you talk about expectations and reality? Can you talk about expectations and reality? Yes, no, or so. Okay? So let's see if you have questions or no. But you did very good. You did a very good job. Okay? Yes? Alright, so guys, to spot the difference between outsourcing and remote working. Outsourcing, a company hires another company to provide a service. Okay? So it's not person to person. Company with company. Remote working is when you work for a company, but you work from another place right now. Okay? I'm working remotely. So I work at IASG. I work for IASG, but I'm working at my house. Okay? Report an order, an offer, and an advice. So we can use to report an order. I can use asked, and I can use, okay, asked and ordered, okay? He asked me to. He ordered me to do something or not to do something, okay? To report an offer, we use offered. She offered me to go to the supermarket, okay? He offered her parents to go to the drugstore, okay? And to report an advice, we can use warned and advised, okay? He advised me not to leave my house. Not to leave my house, okay? He advised me to wash my hands very often, okay? Change verbs into nouns. We can use e, we can use ian, we can use all, you can use meant, you can use okay? Like employ, employee, dismiss, dismissal, agree, agreement, press, pressure, okay? And talk about expectations and reality, we use was supposed to or was meant to. Okay? Do you have any questions? Alright, so guys, I saw some so-sos there, okay? How can we change a so-so into a yes? By practicing, okay? What is the best way to practice English during the quarantine besides participating in our lives? Homework, okay? Homework. Homework, it's important to consolidate your learning, okay? So, homework for this week. Take your resource books, okay? So, we are going to do page 19, okay? On your resource books. Page 19, okay? Spot on 1. Lucy is telling her friend about a meeting that she had with her manager at work. Read the sentence and decide if they are requests, orders or advice, ok? Vocês vão ler aqui o exemplo e colocar a letra. A for advice, O for order, and R for request, okay? So you're going to read and write. 2. Rewrite the sentence using reported speech and one of the verbs from the box. You don't have to use all the verbs, okay? So here you are going to identify if it's an order, a request, or an advice. And here you are going to report these sentences here, okay? You are also going to do page 20, the words alive, okay? Page 20, words alive, to practice the verbs, changing verbs into nouns, okay? So, all these verbs can be transformed into nouns using different suffixes. Circle the odd word out in which set below, okay? So here, each category has one word that is different, okay? That doesn't follow the same rule. So you have just to cross it out. For example, we have agree, employ, and train. So we have agreement, employee, trainee. What is the different one? Agree. You cross it out. Vocês tiram, okay? 2. Add these verbs to the corresponding category in the table according to how they are used to form nouns, okay? Vai separar aqui qual que a gente usa com cada sufixo. Alright? And page 21, okay? So, choose a word from each category in task 1 and write an example. Vocês vão escolher dos verbos daqui e escrever um exemplo aqui, ok? Uma frase usando a palavra, o verbo, ok? And words alive to complete these phrasal verbs with the correct option from the box. Some words may be used more than once. So I have over, through, on, and off. Vocês vão completar os phrasal verbs here and write examples using the phrasal verbs, ok? Tudo que a gente trabalhou hoje. And Y Connect, ok? From Y Connect, you can do spot on and words alive, ok? Então, no Y Connect, vocês vão fazer o spot on e words alive, ok? Alright? Essas páginas do livro já estão lá no grupo com as fotos. São essas páginas que vocês vão fazer, tá? Se tiver alguém com livro, as fotos estão lá das páginas da tarefa e das páginas que a gente usou hoje, ok? Lembrando que a live fica gravada. Se vocês quiserem rever alguma coisa, retomar algum ponto, fica gravado aqui no YouTube. Vocês podem assistir novamente para tirar alguma dúvida, tá? Os grupos WhatsApp estão funcionando. Se vocês tiverem qualquer dúvida, precisarem de alguma coisa, manda uma mensagem lá no grupo que a gente vai respondendo vocês. Fiquem ligados lá no grupo, que é onde essa comunicação está acontecendo, tá? Se vocês tiverem alguma dúvida com tarefa, com qualquer coisa, manda lá também, que a gente vai conversando, tá? Então, hoje a gente começou a trabalhar com os conteúdos da Unit 3, ok? Da unidade 3, ok? So, thank you guys very much for watching. Muito obrigada por assistirem, ficarem até agora. Dá uma curtida aqui no vídeo, né? Se vocês ainda não tiraram as fotos, não fizeram a selfie para postar nas redes sociais, vamos lá agora. Ok? Tirou? Posta lá, marca a gente. Please, guys, be safe. I hope to see you soon, ok? And if we need anything, just contact us on WhatsApp, ok? Have a wonderful week. Please Take care of yourselves, be safe, and stay home, okay? Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye, guys. Don't forget to do your homeworks, okay? Homeworks are important. You have to do them, okay? Bye-bye.